do 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 do. God, why am I even doing that? Why am I even trying to convince you that Bethan's here? Bethan's not here, okay? He's not here. Why am I trying to make it seem like he is here? Yes, that's right. It's just me today, okay? It's just me because Bim and I are in a very big, explosive, traumatic argument / war. We're in an all-out war and a brawl. And unfortunately for me and my new podcast, Bethan decided to live with Bim because that's where his closet is. And the fishmonger refused to move his fish dealing headquarters to another location. So unfortunately, Bethan not only he's required to stay at Bim's household, which I'm not too pressed about it because I have Geck currently, so that'll work out. But yes, today is the start of something brand new. Today is the start of something amazing, something fantastic, something great, something that will go down in the history books as the best day in the world. And today is the day that I announce the W podcast. Yes, the W podcast. We've been waiting for it for so long, and it's finally here. I'm so sick and tired of carrying all that dead weight for a whole year, a year and a month. I was carrying the dead weight that is Bim, okay? Everyone knows that I am the BM&W podcast. Like, it's me, I carry it, okay? Bim's there to bore you guys. Bim's there to make it more boring, okay? And here's why. If we had a podcast that was just me, it would break the world, okay? It'd make everything too good, okay? It'd make everything too good, okay? Life gets boring if you're happy for too long. That's always been my life motto. And I feel like if we had a podcast where it was just me, life would get boring. Because life would be so good. You gotta have those ups and those downs. You know how it be. So, Bim and I got into an argument. It was a long time coming, Bim and I's argument. It's just, we've never genuinely been friends. It's always just been it's always been for clout. I'm friends with Bim for the clout. Well, no. Bim was friends with me for the clout. I get nothing out of being friends with Bim. It's just a management and a contractual obligation being friends with Bim is. So yeah, we're here starting the W podcast, and the first thing I want to do with my newfound freedom, my newfound independence, is I would like to give an itinerary for today's podcast. Bim never lets me do itineraries, and I think they're essential to planning out what you're going to talk about, because I am very distracted just all the time. All the time, I can't focus. And it makes me more funny, which is why I've never wanted to, do anything about it, because it makes me funny. It makes me good and interesting, and it's worth it, okay? It's worth it. Take my word for it. It's worth it. So I need to plan out what I'm going to talk about so that this podcast isn't just me rambling for 30 minutes, which would be great. But, I don't think I can do that. My mom would shut it off, and she wouldn't listen to it. And my mom is our only listener. Yeah, I think that's correct. She's our only listener. Maybe sometimes a boy podcast if they catch a whiff that we talked about them in the most recent episode. But no, they are not dedicated listeners. Well, Grayson did listen to every episode of the podcast, but JC hasn't listened to a single word that we have said, and I am forever angry at that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about why I'm mad at Bim, why Bim sucks. And I also want to talk about how life has been without Bim. Spoiler alert, it's been absolutely fantastic. And I also want to talk about no, I think that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Just how bad of a person Bim is. yeah, so Bim and I have been arguing a lot recently. Well, not recently. Bim and I argue all the time. Bim and I haven't talked. We haven't texted. We haven't Snapchatted or anything since I walked out of the podcast last week. I haven't heard a single thing from Bim. I haven't heard any. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Because do you recall last week, guys? Guys, do you recall last week when we were talking about how I need the end table at the lodge we were staying at during our besties retreat? Yeah, I need it so hard I couldn't stand up. Like, it hurt so bad to do anything. So bad. And the bruise of that, injury didn't come in till a few days later. And let me just say it was horrible. I told Bim, I said, Bim, I have a really hard time with stairs right now. You know what she made me do? She made me go into the Virginia Tech football stadium. I was like, girl, do you have any idea how many stairs there are in that MF? Spoiler alert, it's a lot. There are a lot of stairs there, and I couldn't do it. I was walking up that stairs. You know that one Vine of the thing where it's like stop, like Kevin, what's his name? Stop, you're gonna get in trouble. Is it Adam? Kevin, dude. I think it's Kevin. It may not be Kevin. I may be tripping. Whatever. There's this Vine of the guy where he's like walking all funny and then it's like, dude, you're gonna get in trouble. And then he like gets arrested. That's how I was walking up the stairs, okay? I was walking, my bus and knee was totally straight and I had to swing it around like it was freaking like wooden peg leg, okay? It was horrible. I felt like I was Pinocchio. I couldn't walk. It was absolutely horrible. Don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. So the bruise came in, and when it did, I took a video of it, like a promo clout video, to the song Day and Night. It's like, day and night, the lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. I do that a lot with a bunch of different things. I think they're really funny. But I took a picture of my bruise, and I sent it to Bim. You know what she said back to me? She goes, Lamau. What? How is that funny? How is my injury funny? Why is that funny to you? Please explain to me. Please express to me what makes my injury funny. Because it hurts. It hurts so bad all the time. It's better now. But if I press on it, like, ow, that hurts, So, Bim's a really mean person. Why am I getting such deja vu right now? I'm really sorry to pull away from the podcast, but I just got mad deja vu, and I hated every second of it. I get deja vu often, and you know what? You know what also is great about deja vu? Is that it's a song by Olivia Rodrigo. Everyone go stream Deja Vu. I haven't listened to it yet, but just go stream it. I like the idea of Olivia Rodrigo. Driver's License was good. It's not my taste, seeing as it didn't have any trumpets in it. I'm a real big trumpet gal. Saxophones too. Just all of that. Trumpets, trombones, saxophones, just that. So if we could have like a soul like gospel kind of reprise of Driver's License, I'd stream the crap out of that, okay? When I tell you I would listen to that every day, all day, every day, I'm not lying. And the thing about Bim is, Bim doesn't listen to good music, okay? Okay, I will admit, some of her songs are good. I do listen to her Discover Weekly a lot. But the thing about her Discover Weekly is half of it are songs that I showed her. Like songs that I already know. So you could say that Bim's music taste is just a derivative of mine, okay? It's written all over her Spotify. I make monthly playlists. Bim has 4 playlists, and one of them is just Born to Be a Winner, just a million times. And it has Pokey Rap in it once. Like, Pokey Rap is valid. Born to Be a Winner is valid, but she just has this weird obsession with the song. I do not understand it. I don't understand her obsession with that song. Like, yeah, it's Pokemon. Girl, it's a song. It's a song. Like, I don't bring up Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars in every single conversation I have. I love the song Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, or Silk Sonic as they're known today. I love them, but I'm not gonna bring up the song all day every day. But that's what she does, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm so tired of it. It's too much. And you know what? When Bim and I were on the Grayson stream like 2 nights ago, okay? We were on it. It was a fantastic time. Bim and I had a blast. She made them did she make them play Born to Be a Winner? I feel like at one point we played Born to Be a Winner. I could be tripping. But no, that was when we had the first party in the waiting room. She sang the entirety of it. And I didn't want to tell her at the time because I didn't want to break her very fragile ego. But she was delayed like so much, like at least 3 seconds. Her audio was delayed. And I just got to say, that sucks. Like, that's horrible. Why would you even keep singing at that point? You're going to ruin the song. I don't need Born to Be a Winner to have an echo. Okay, the song's bad enough. I don't need to hear it twice. Yeah, so we had one party in the waiting room, and then we had another one 2 nights ago, because I'm recording this, no, I'm not recording this early. You are. You're listening to this late. That's what's happening. We had an end of Lent party in the waiting room. So Bim and I were in the chat, and we said, girl, let's talk before the end of Lent. And so we were in the waiting room, and we kept putting in the chat, like, guys, let us in. Come join the waiting room. We didn't think that they would actually do it. We didn't think Jason and Gracie would come into the waiting room. Doc showed up, which, can I just say, that man terrifies me. So scary. Okay, my first impression of Doc is when one day he was on Grayson's stream, and then he just started roasting our foreheads. Like, I have an acceptable sized forehead. Bim, on the other hand, does not. Bim's forehead is way too big. I have an acceptable size. And I feel like this forehead meme got blown way out of proportion, especially by Bim. The meme started in our family therapy episode of our podcast, where we gave our families Google Forms quizzes about us. So it was really funny, and we read it out on the podcast. My little brother Jason, he said, the question was, would you be friends with us if you went to high school with us and you weren't related to us? Or like the question for Jason was, would you be friends with W if you were in the same grade and you weren't related? The answer is obviously yes, because I'm so fun, so funny. I'm friends with everyone regardless of my relationship with them. Everyone just wants to be friends with me. I'm so popular at school. And Jason said no, because she has a rectangle head. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't have a rectangle head. I actually have a very, very respectable head shape, okay? Not like Tina Fey, where it's just like tiny, so tiny. I have a respectable head. Bim found that very funny for some reason, which I don't know. I don't understand why we're laughing at jokes at the expense of me and my mental health, okay? Like, I feel like that's not okay. Then she had somehow, from rectangle head, she got big forehead, which I don't know how those two things connect. Big forehead does not rectangle head does not equal big forehead. And she made it into a thing. It didn't need to be a thing. And I just don't understand why she would do that to me, okay? Call me crazy, but I don't understand why she would do that to me. Then I went out of my way and I invited Bim to come onto my YouTube channel and be in a video of mine where we looked for the Gummy Bear album in stores on November 13th with lots of music videos and extras, okay? I invited her to be in that video. You know what she did the entire time we were filming? She was making fun of my forehead. Just all the time, okay? I left it in the video so you can see how horrible she is just as a person and overall. But my goodness, why would you just relentlessly berate someone like that, okay? If I had less of an ego, imagine if I did that to Bim, okay? Bim is very fragile, okay? You can't make fun of her a lot, and I feel like it's not like I'm holding back around Bim. It's just like I don't want to make fun of her. But now I do. Bim, you suck. You suck. You hate acorns. Acorns hate you. God. But yeah, life without Bim has been so great, so fantastic. I've been noticing that I've been calling a lot of people bestie recently. Now, contrary to popular belief, it's not because I miss my bestie. It's because I like the word bestie. And usually that word was reserved for Bim, bestie Bim. A little alliteration there, okay? I passed second grade poetry class, okay? I know alliteration. Bestie Bim. Makes sense. What doesn't make sense is that I've been calling everyone bestie. Call my uncle bestie. I called my cousin bestie. I called the baby bestie. The baby's not my bestie. The baby roasted JoJo Siwa, okay? How could I ever support that? JoJo with the bobo. She invented bows. She is the CEO of Nickelodeon at this point. Why would you ever make fun of her? That's my question. How are we supporting someone? This is Bim. How are we supporting Bim when she birthed and raised the baby? First of all, that right there is a plague on society, the baby. But then she has the audacity to allow the baby to freaking roast JoJo Siwa. And I haven't even gotten to the big part of it yet. We all know Bim did the Alamo, yes? It's common knowledge Bim did the Alamo. I found out today the baby's other mother, the baby's adoptive mother, because did you know the baby was actually taken from Bim by me, the FBI agent who's investigating the Alamo. The baby was actually taken from Bim/Mimi because she did the Alamo. Now, the baby's adoptive or foster mother has a sticker on her outdoor fridge that says just Alamo. What? How can we condone that? The Alamo was devastating. Think about, what's his name? Oh, Beethan. Beethan died at the Alamo. How can we just gloss over the fact the kid next to Bim in that photo is in fact Santa Ana, okay? That's Santa Ana. But she killed Beethan. How dare she? It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. I can't believe we're condoning this. I can't believe I did a podcast for a year with someone who did the Alamo. She also shot Abe. And contrary to popular belief, it was actually Bim who dropped the F-bomb on the podcast. That's right. It wasn't me. Everyone knows that I am the impressionist on the podcast, okay? I have a great Ben Shabibo impression. I'll do it whenever someone asks me to. I'm not going to do it right now because you guys haven't paid for it. If you want me to do the Ben Shabibo impression, you have to pay for it. Pay me. Period. Done. End of story. But I also have a really great Grayson impression. Grayson actually doesn't exist. Every night, it's me on stream saying everything, and it's me in the Boy Oh Boy podcast. Grayson wasn't there for Pot a Day, okay? It was just me the whole time. I'm also JC. So I'm JC. The Boy Oh Boy podcast was a social experiment, okay? The Pot a Day was just me and Bim. Grayson and JC don't exist. The Boy Boy podcast is a social experiment, much like Moop on TikTok during the summer 2020. Y'all remember that? That was a ride. Why did we think that was cool, Moop? Whatever. I'm over it. But Bim has only one impression, and it's me. And it's barely passable, okay? It's a barely passable impression of me. And she used that. I don't think you can even call it a skill, but she used that horrible impression of me make me seem like I dropped the F-bomb on the podcast, okay? I didn't drop the F-bomb on the podcast. It was Bim. It was Bim who dropped the F-bomb. But she blamed it on me. She blamed it on me. She wanted me to look bad during Lent. During Lent, I didn't say a single bad word. You can quote me on that, okay? During Lent, I didn't say anything bad, okay? Bim, on the other hand, horrible. Bim, you want to know what Bim said to me the other day? It's live on, it was streamed live. I can't say it because it's much too vulgar, but it's our tradition. Bim used her impression of me to fake me doing the tradition. I didn't want to do it this year because I'm just so mad at her, but she said God would hate us if we didn't, which is gaslighting, okay? That's gaslighting. That's the dictionary definition of gaslighting. Bitches on Twitter will screen cap that part, not screen cap, screen record that part of Grayson's stream, and they're going to tweet it and say, this is gaslighting, period, send tweet. Oh. And I think it should be known that it was actually Bim who said the phrase, okay? It was Bim who said the infamous phrase. I'm not going to repeat it. It's much too vulgar. You can go watch it on the podcast. You can see Bim's lips move when it happens. Also, Bim is such a bad friend for not telling me that my mic wasn't hooked up correctly, okay? I made an effort to get my mic out of my suitcase to go have a party in the waiting room with her. I wanted her audio to be good. I literally asked her when we got in the waiting room, I said, Queen, is my audio good? Is my mic hooked up? You know what she said to me? She said, yes. That's just a blatant lie. My mic my mic was plugged in and everything. It just wasn't selected on Discord because my computer is just really stupid. Okay, I got it for free. Bim says she got hers for free when in reality she stole it. She stole her laptop. I got mine from a friend, but Bim stole her laptop from the Apple Store. So right now, Bim did the Alamo. She shot Abe. Bim dropped the F-bomb on the podcast. Bim made Grayson's stream violate TOS because that phrase she said was just so vulgar. And why would you ever want to violate TOS? Then, on top of all of that, she didn't tell me my mic wasn't working, okay? It's better now. It's way better now. Let me just make sure it's better now. Guys, it's better now. And funny situation. I was all like, Grayson, tell us when we're recording Tailypo. Am I allowed to say that? Tell us when we're doing the thing where we're recording together, so I know if I have to bring my mic to Georgia or not. What I didn't realize is I would have to have brought my mic to Georgia regardless because, okay? It just worked out that way. So now I'm lugging around this silver blue Yeti mic. I'm taking this MF on an aeroplane, okay? What is security gonna think? I should do the W podcast live on the plane. Guys, I think that'd be a great idea. Definitely wouldn't disturb it. Who other than me is gonna be on that flight? This is stupid. It's the stupidest 2 locations flying to and fro. So stupid. I will be surprised if there was a single other person with me. Anyway, I'm getting off on tangents. So many tangents. There was something else I wanted to talk about Bim and why she's bad, but I can't think of anything. I know what it is. Bim told me in 2019, she told me that she was going to come to my show, Christmas Carol, okay? She didn't. She just didn't. She didn't show up. Now I have a show June 12th. June 12th, Bullen. Everyone should come see it June 12th because it's free. It's literally free. Why are we passing up an opportunity to see Act 2 Swan Lake why are we passing that up? So guys, besties, if you know me in real life, because there are just so many people here that don't know me in real life, text me and I will give you information. It's going to be so fun. But you know what Bim said to me? I said, Bim, do you want to come to the show? I gave her the information to my show. I've been working very, very hard to ensure that I perform well in this show. You know what she said to me? She said, I don't care. Period. Somehow, the period was bigger than the actual text, like how it should be. Don't know how she did that, but she really wanted to make it clear that she didn't care. She said, I don't care. Then she blocked me. How is that okay? How is that okay? It's horrible. I went on a stupid bonding retreat with Bim. I went to Bim's pageant. I hugged her, okay? For her. That was for her. Bim was a mess that night. She was very sad. And I was there for comfort. Now, I'm saying, Bim, come see the best show of your life, okay? I have worked so hard on this. So hard. I danced so well for this. And she's not even going to come. She's not even going to do it. And I've no other... She sucks. She's the worst. She's so bad and mean. Bad. I didn't even finish talking about the freaking waiting room, end of Lent waiting room party. The entire night, Bim was being mean to me, okay? The entire night, little known fact, Bim and I were texting the entire night during the waiting room party. The whole time, she was just yelling at me. She goes, Charlotte, your sweater's ugly. Charlotte, your sweater's ugly. My sweater's ugly. Girl, your sweater's ugly. I thrifted this sweater for like $4, okay? This MF is hand knitted. Everyone in that waiting room loved my sweater, except for Bim. She just has to be a downer. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of therapy maybe for Bim. Wait, I just had the best idea. Podcast but in therapy? Guys, let's make it happen. Podcast but in therapy. Does anyone know a cool, funny therapist? Bim and I need therapy. The whole night we were texting, the whole night she was just berating me. And every time I'd ask her to stop, I was actually crying the whole night. I was trying to hold it together for the sake of the stream and for the sake of content. I was trying to hold it together the whole night. But I was sobbing because Bim was just texting me these really mean things. Let me read some examples. I got my phone out right here. She said, Charlotte, she called me Charlotte, which is illegal, by the way. In the official book of lore of the BM&W podcast, it's illegal to call me Charlotte. It's either Chargle, W. That's it. Those are your options. Chargle or W. I think Chargle is a really funny nickname because it should be Char, like Chargle, but we've been saying Chargle, which I think is still funny. She said, hold on, where's the text? She said, Charlotte, that sweater is so ugly. It looks like if the girl from Sound of Music who made the dresses out of the drapes picked the drapes from the oldest, most disgusting, most rattiest building and made that goddamn sweater. Take it off. Obviously, I'm not going to take off my sweater during Grayson's stream. It's illegal to not have a sweater on during Grayson's stream. You either wear a sweater, the cuck shirt, or nothing, okay? Those are your options. Sweater, cuck shirt, or nothing. Sweater or bust, okay? And I just don't understand why she would say that. Let me read another text. This text said, Charlotte, please get a forehead reduction. I'll Venmo you right now. She didn't Venmo me anything. She Venmo'd me absolutely nothing. She actually sent me a Venmo request for money, okay? Now, I have willions of dollars, and so does she, so I don't understand why she would do that. But let me just say, it's stupid. It's stupid. Let me just read one more text, and then I'll move on and maybe end soon. So, to me, socks are just a really important thing to me. My sock game is bussin' so hard. Better than Bim's, I will add. That's not even a joke. My sock game is so much better than Bim's, and there's nothing you can say that will deter me from this opinion. But she knows socks mean a lot to me, okay? I have a subscription to Hank Green's Awesome Socks Club. And she knows I like to be surprised when the new pair comes up. when the new pair shows up to my house. I love to be surprised, and I love to show them off on my private Snap story. I think it's really funny. Everyone loves it. Everyone swipes up. You know what she did? She found the leak of Hank Green's sock subscription, and she sent me all of them, one by one. Okay, I already had the first 3, so no damage there. But she sent me April through December, okay, of this year. She sent me all of the designs. She knows I like to be surprised, okay? And she just sent me all of them. Here's one, here's another one. I can scroll for ages, and they're just all there, and I'm so genuinely pissed, okay? I'm more pissed off now than when the Boy podcast spoiled the Tom and Jerry movie for us. I'm so mad. So mad. But yeah, Bim is horrible. Horrible person. Bim did the Alamo. Bim shot Abe. Bim also shot JFK. There's a picture of her there, okay? I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually a picture of Bim where JFK got shot. Did you know JFK's last words were, "That's obvious"? Literally, JFK, the last interaction JFK had with someone was his driver goes, "You can't say Dallas doesn't love you," and JFK goes, "That's obvious." Then boom, his head was bussin'. So that's a little irony for today. Bim could never, on her podcast, Bim would never give you little history facts. I, however, have so many history facts, and all of them are about Ulysses S. Ulysses S. Grant. They're all about Ulysses S. Grant, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Love Ulysses the most. They actually filmed a third National Treasure movie, and it's about Ulysses S. Grant, but they didn't release it because they felt like it would break the world, okay? It'd break the natural order of things. Also, if you hear any of this, just know that I'm in bed, okay? I'm on the bottom bunk of this bunk bed. My laptop's out in front of me. I'll take a picture of what this is right now, and I might tweet it or something after this podcast comes out. I may forget, so someone please remind me to tweet the photo of how I look right now. But, yeah, I'm in bed. Bim could never. You know what Bim makes us do? Bim makes us record in the tiniest ass closet, okay? I feel like Dobby Fishman. I feel like Dobby from Harry Potter. I feel like I have nothing when I'm with Bim. And when I'm alone, I'm thriving. But you know what? Despite all her flaws, I miss her. Bim is the one person that I can talk to about literally anything. We just talk about anything and everything. We can have a really serious, in-depth conversation, or we could just talk about poop and piss for hours. Hours, I tell you. And I kind of miss it. Guys, I kind of miss it. And as much as she irritates me, she also doesn't, okay? She's very, no, she's not supportive. You know how it be. Bim is my bestie Bim. And I'm kind of genuinely sad that the podcast struggles have gotten to us. I knew that this would happen. I just didn't think it'd be so soon. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we have another breakup later. I don't think this was good for us now. I don't think it was. I think we should do it later. Bim, if you're listening, I miss you. No, I don't. Guys, I haven't, if you hear Bim say that I have texted her multiple times a day, "Miss you, bestie," that's a lie. That is such a lie. I cannot express to you how much of a lie that is. But Bim and we talk about everything. I tell her everything. She's the first person I tell when things happen. And I don't know. I don't know. Something about that bitch just, is so funny. So funny. No, it's like, you know how I talk about no consequences Bim, where she just, where she pretends like she thinks she's never going to see someone again. So then she's just herself. That's what it's like all the time. I have the pleasure of knowing no consequences Bim every day of my life. and it just makes my life so much better. During the Mommy and Me episode, I thought it was so cute that Bashelle and Ben, I can't say Ben because it's literally another name. I'm just going to call her Jen. When Bashelle and Jen were all like, yeah, well, Bashelle, when we were at church, she picked me out. She pointed me out to Bim. She goes, that's going to be your church friend. Little did Bashelle know that was the worst mistake of her life, because when I tell you, Bim and I are just so annoying together. It's true. It's true. Are we funny? Yes, we're so funny. I, however, am more funny because I am Bim's ghostwriter. I ghostwrite all of Bim's tweets. Not even ghostwrite. I am the official publisher of Bim's tweets. Okay? And I think it's so... I'm still angry about that Twitter situation. Don't even get me started. But, yeah. I love Bim. No, I don't. Stop. I like Bim. No. Charlotte, get yourself together. Make up your mind about this. She did the Alamo. How can I miss her? How can I feel this way when Bim did the Alamo? She shot Abe. She shot JFK. She blamed you for saying the F word on the podcast. You would never do that. You know that, right? How could you want to be friends with her? How? I don't know. That's the thing. As much as I love the W podcast, Bim just adds some color commentary. My voice, believe it or not, is really annoying. It's just so nasally and just, you know? So I feel like Bim is just a great buffer between my voice and I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Bim makes this podcast less funny, but she makes me more comfy. When I tell you, I'm so scared someone's going to walk in right now, see me sitting like this with my mic out, and just be so confused. But Charlotte, how can you be friends with Bim when she doesn't like grilled cheese? Grilled cheese is the only thing you eat. How can you... You're getting... I don't know. I'm so conflicted. Because on the one hand, Bim is bad. She's bad. She's the reason why the podcast is bad. But Bim's my bestie. Bim is my bestie. And I feel like we get so caught up in the politics and the management side of the podcast that we forget that we should just have fun, you know? We can't keep looking at our bank accounts just every day, because it's just the numbers are too high and we don't understand math. I can't read. So I just don't understand why I'm so conflicted. Wow, we're ending this off on such a sad note, but it's true. I miss bestie Bim. Bim, I'm gonna sing you a song. Born to be a winner. There's no way she's listening to this. Bim, if you're listening to this, text me, miss you, bestie. And I will text back, miss you too, bestie. And then we'll cry. And then that's it. Oh, God, I miss my bestie. Guys, do you ever miss your bestie? Grayson and JC would have no knowledge of any of this. Because they are actually not best friends. So, as the song indicates, only Bim and I are best friends. But that's neither here nor there. I just think the W podcast was a good idea in theory. But in the end, BM&W has a nice ring to it. Whoever came up with BM&W, I'm so glad we thought of putting the letters B, M, and W together, like the three letters BMW. I'm so glad that we were the first and only people to think of that, because it's just so great. It's amazing. Wow. We gotta go get copyright claims on the letters BMW. I hope no one did that yet. How could they? Because Bim and I are too smart for that. Yeah, and finally, my last point. Um, I have something to do. I have something to do, and morally, I'm against what I'm about to do. But I think it's the right thing for Bim and I's friendship. Just know that I am the one that mended this friendship. I you guys don't even know the half of it. I'm a cupid. I'm a bestie reconciliar, whatever. I don't care. Guys, here's what I am morally against, but I know I have to do. Let's do it. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever. And I think that was necessary. Born to be a winner. Joe,